Okay, so we are live on Facebook. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I've got Penny Macri here, and we're here
Hi.
for we're here for the Compassion Project,
Mhm.
creating connection during social distancing. So,
Mhm.
Penny, I am like seriously so honored. I'm so and grateful that you are joining me today.
Oh, thanks, Jane. I'm so honored that you asked me to join.
So Penny and I just quickly to let you guys know, Penny and I met in November, right, Penny?
Yeah, November.
Yeah, at a conference. So I live in Kelowna, Canada, and Penny is in Toronto.
Yeah.
So,
Actually, it was a leadership retreat that you earned,
oh yes, that's true. It
right?
was. Yes, with a new company. We were with the same company, and it was a leadership retreat that I
Mhm.
earned. And Penny
Mhm.
picked me up at the airport, and we
Mhm.
connected right away. Like
Yeah.
we got along really well right away. And yeah, so
What's not to love? You're so energetic, and I still can't believe you're a grandmother, by the way. I don't believe it.
love being a grandma. Just wait, it's the best. So
I got a long ways to go.
yes, you do. Yes, and Penny, I'm gonna let her tell everyone a bit about herself, just to introduce yourself. I mean, I know you're a nurse and you have two beautiful daughters,
Mhm.
but I'll let you tell a bit more about that. And so, really, what I want to do is just get the real stories out there of people that are the self-distancing and self-isolating and how it's affecting us all, and then adding, any tips or what's helping you. And I know it's interesting because you're a nurse.
Yeah.
Yes. So basically, introduce yourself and tell people what your life was like before the COVID.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Jane, this is amazing what you're doing, I have to say, because right now everybody's so isolated and there's so many people that actually live alone. I'm fortunate enough to have a family, but, like, for example, like my mother-in-law, she's by herself. There's so many people that are alone and, for a couple of days it's okay, but who knows how long this is going to last. And for us, we're on day 18 today of self-isolation. I can't believe it. I just had
Wow.
to do the calculation before I got on. I can't believe it's been 18 days. It's actually gone by pretty quickly. But I think it's amazing because every single person has their own unique story. And I think it's just so important to share right now and to stay connected,
Hmm.
not just in our communities, but just to hear how everybody else is coping, right?
Right. Yeah, because we're going through the same
Yeah,
thing globally, and
yeah,
but yet our
yeah,
experiences are so different,
yeah. And
right?
our emotions and our anxieties and our fears and, perhaps things that have happened in the past, especially for the older generation, what they've gone through. Maybe there's a little bit of PTSD there, or,
Yeah.
there's so many emotions. But yeah, so I'm from Australia originally, and I've been living in Canada for 21 years now. Um, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm in the same company as Jane. I'm also a critical care nurse. I have been nursing for, oh my gosh, how long have I been nursing for now?
Okay, what did
20
you say? I missed it. What kind of nurse?
critical care,
Critical care. I want to make sure
critical
people got this.
care,
She's a critical care nurse. Okay.
critical care. Sorry, it's my Aussie accent. I tend to like blend it all together. I'm a critical care. Yeah, so I've been
Okay.
nursing now for about 24, 25 years.
Wow.
And I work at a really busy downtown hospital here in Toronto. And yeah, it's a crazy time for frontline workers right now. I have to say, it's for those of you that are watching, every single night at 7:30 at night across Canada, whatever time zone you're in, and I think it's actually across North America. People are going outside on their porches, on their verandas, on their balconies, and they're just giving a round of applause for all of not just the healthcare workers, but all of the essential workers, because we have to remember that yes, we're seeing healthcare workers all the time because they're the ones that are fighting the COVID patients, but we have so many essential workers out there. We have got workers that are working around the clock to put food on our table. We have got delivery people, risking their lives delivering packages to us. We've got people in the
So true.
manufacturing plants. There's so many, the firefighters, the police, there's so many people that are all involved in keeping us safe and, keeping our essential products and food and, you know like power, running water, whatever it
I
is we
know,
need,
it's crazy.
right? There's so many people in this equation that we really have to be grateful for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before all
Oh,
this, you got your kids, you're going to work,
yeah.
you got your home business,
Yeah. Yeah.
and were you always working part-time or were you working full-time?
So I was full time for many, many, many years, and I have a 6-year-old and a 10-year-old. So I went part time. I have my own business. I have had an online business for the past 6 months, solely online. But prior to that, I had another company that was more belly to belly.
Mhm.
So I was able to go part time then, so I could stay home with my kids, work at the hospital. Even though I was part time, I still managed to work full time hours. I work at a clinic as well, and I'm always on the go. If you know me,
Yeah, and you're
I'm
busy.
always
Plus, this girl gets up at 5 a.m. and goes to, what is your gym? F45? Hang
at
on.
45. Not at the moment because
No.
it's closed, but I'm doing online workouts every day.
Are you? Good for
Yeah.
you. I find the
Yeah.
community is really good in the way of a lot of gyms and that are offering free classes, right?
Well, mine aren't free.
Oh,
I still have to pay for
well, I
them.
mean, if you have the membership, they're doing the live
Yeah.
stream classes, right?
Yeah, so they send them to me the day before, but what I've been doing with my gym girls is I've been doing Zoom like you and I are talking now. So I've been getting everybody because we have to keep each other accountable. And some of my gym buddies are like, I don't know, I don't want to get up early. So I've been
Yeah.
working with them saying, come on, guys. So I'm setting up a Zoom link and then I'm sharing my screen so we can see each other working out and we have to show up. So that's what we've been doing to keep our community accountable,
That's
healthy. It's
good.
good for your immune system too to work out, right?
Right. That's
Yeah.
so good. And that's
Yeah.
the thing we have to keep up is our connection. People get
Yes.
lonely. We need each other. So you're gonna
Yeah.
have to use Zoom and that. So now, what is it like at the hospital now? What's happening at your work now?
So right now, we're kind of just waiting. It's a waiting game, because of everybody that left from March break, and we have all the people that are returning that have been, forced to come back into the country. So I think over the last week or so, we've had over 1 million people re-enter Canada.
Oh,
So as you know, the incubation period. So now the cases are starting to, they're starting to roll on in. At my hospital, actually in our health network, I think we're at 11. I haven't checked the stats for today, but yesterday we were at 11 cases. So we've got lots of beds. We actually stopped ORs in order to make bed space for, the storm that could potentially come.
oh wow.
So we've got lots of ICU beds ready, waiting to go. It's touch and go right now. We're just praying that, Canadians like self-isolated early enough and that we shut everything down. And I have to say, our government has done a great job. We're lucky that we could see what's happened in Italy and what's happened in Spain, and China. We can see, what's happened. I think a lot of those countries didn't really get a chance to prepare, but
Yeah.
we've witnessed that and we've taken a lot of pointers and they implemented a lot of strategies early on. And I think, we see the internet, we see what's going on. I think Canadians are a little bit scared, could that happen to us? I think initially when things started shutting down, we thought it was a little bit of overkill, but
Yeah.
now I think they realize like, hang on a minute, this is serious. And guys, it's serious. It is really serious.
Yeah.
You see how it can spread, how fast it can spread. And I think the most serious part is because it does spread so quickly, the demand on the healthcare system.
Yeah.
That's what's scary.
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
Can't imagine. So,
Yeah.
yeah. And you said
Yeah.
some new news or anything, did you say, or no?
Oh yes, I got some news today. So, I'm a critical care nurse. I worked in ICU for many, many years. Then I moved to the recovery room, and then once I had my kids, I decided, I did shift work for 17 years. I worked weekends, I worked holidays, I worked Christmas, New Year's. 50% days, 50% nights. I worked 12-hour shifts. But then after I had my kids, I decided that I wanted to move into something a little more stable, have weekends off, although I still work weekends, but I choose to work weekends when I work at the clinic. My kids are in a lot of activities. So, I need to be available to drive them here and there. So I work in pre-admission clinic, which is whenever you're having surgery. And at my hospital, we have a lot of high acuity patients. And what that means is they're quite sick with a lot of other health conditions conditions going on. So we screen them when they come in. We do health assessments. We work alongside anesthesia to make sure that they're safe to go under anesthetic. There's lots of tests and stuff that we do, and we do a lot of teaching with them. So right now, we've been doing phone assessments, but because we're not operating, we're putting through as many patients as we can. But because I am critical care, I will be redeployed to work in the ICU. I haven't worked there in 11 years. Yeah, haven't worked there in 11 years. But I got the email a week ago, and then I was told today that I'll probably start shadowing next week to get my skills up to date. How do I feel? It's, I'm not going to lie, I'm a little nervous. I think I'm more nervous because I still my family are here. I don't want to bring anything back to my family. I don't want to put them at risk. And, I'm a little nervous, my skills. I think for me, I think it's just like riding a bike. I think I could go back in and look after an ICU patient. Just have to do a lot more reading and make sure I brush up on my skills, but I think I could do it. I'm just nervous about everything.
Yeah.
So,
and it's the family, right? That's what we think.
Yeah.
When my husband, he's been off for a bit now, but when he got back from Brisbane, you do have that feeling of you're just hoping that you didn't pick something up because you don't know. We feel fine.
Yeah.
So, yes. So,
and not, the shortage of equipment is a bit of a worry as well. Right now we're okay. We have enough. We're definitely rationing masks. We have enough, but how long is this going to go on? Right.
I know. That's the whole uncertainty of not knowing.
And I haven't worked a night shift in 11 years. How am I going to stay up?
I don't know. And plus, you've got to manage your children now, right? Does your husband work at home? No,
he is right now. That's another thing. He's had to work, and it's challenging when we're homeschooling our kids now. My husband's working from home now. He's on Zoom calls, and this is not normally the spot where I do lives. He's in my live spot over there, so I had to do a little makeshift area. This is Amsterdam behind us. That's where my husband and I met. We met in Amsterdam.
I know that story. It's a good story. So what do you think your biggest struggle is, or fear? What do you think? Is it bringing home, that you could bring something home? Is that it?
Yeah. I think it's just fear of the unknown. However, I am a big believer on we can't control anything that's going on right now. The only thing we can control are our thoughts and our mindset. And I am very much into mindset and positive thinking. So I'm not really letting myself go down that hole. I don't want to be like, what if? I'm a firm believer of what you think about, you bring about. And I love to keep my vibration high. So I'm always minding my mind and minding what goes on and what goes on inside my mind, my thoughts. And, I've been studying under Bob Proctor for over a year now. I have an amazing coach, Danielle Amos, and she actually works in Bob's Inner Circle directly with him. So we get a lot of direct coaching from Bob. I don't know if you know Bob Proctor from The Secret.
That's so good. Oh yeah, he's amazing.
Yep.
I've seen him on YouTube, and I know Kathleen Cameron, a friend of ours, is
yes, Kathleen. Yes, she's working directly with Bob as well.
Yeah.
So I just, whenever I'm going down that road, I just put on a Bob meditation and just really step back and take a deep breath, because I don't want to bring this to my kids.
Yeah.
Right. I don't want to bring this fear to my children.
Right. And your kids will pick up how you handle this is how they will handle things in their life, right? So it's a good parent. It's good to teach them that through this you can still have joy and you can be in control. It's a good learning for your kids. So, well, my last question was, how are you coping, and any plans and strategies? So that sounds like some of your plans and strategies, right?
Lots of baking. We've been doing baking, although there's a big shortage of flour right now.
Yeah, I heard that.
I have this much flour. So I don't know, we have to go on the hunt for some flour, but we've been baking, which means we're eating a lot of it, which means I have to work out, which means I'm so glad that we have fat blasting products to stop that from going on.
Definitely need that. So
lots of movies, laughter, we dance a lot, we sing, we go outside on our scooters, we walk the dog.
Yeah, getting outside.
Yeah.
So
Getting
is there
outside.
anything that we could put in the comments that might help someone? Maybe a link to Bob Proctor. Do you have something with him?
Yeah, absolutely
There.
I can. Yeah, for sure. I've
And
got lots
then
of
if there's
lots
anything that you find works with your kids or fun things or apps that you know that are good for your kids, we could also, pop something like
Yes.
that in the comments if there's something you
Yes.
find.
Khan Academy. Khan Academy is a great
Which one?
school. It's called Khan Academy, KAHN.
Oh yeah.
It's definitely fun. Abby, come. My little one, she's poking her head up. Come.
Oh,
The
come say
good
hi.
thing about the good thing about homeschooling is they get to stay in their pajamas. Come say hi.
Yeah. Hello.
Brush her hair.
Aw,
This is Abby. This is my little one.
hi, Abby. How are
Hang
you?
on. I'm gonna take out this because she can't hear you.
Hi, Abby.
Hang on.
How
I'm
are
gonna
you?
take my earpods off here. Sorry, I have my earpods in. There we go.
Oh, that's okay. But you couldn't hear
Hi,
me.
Abby. You say hi.
Hi.
Hi, Abby. I'm Jane. How old are you? 7?
Can you hear me, Jane?
Yeah, I can hear you.
There we go. She's 6. She said she's 6.5.
Oh, 6.5. Okay. Are you liking being at home with mommy? For now.
Being home.
All right. Well, we'll probably sign off and maybe we'll put. What was
Doing
that?
nothing. What do you mean doing nothing?
Penny, thank you so much for coming on. Honestly, really appreciate it. And yeah, we'll just put the link, that Academy one for the kids in there, and the Bob Proctor for the mindset. And yeah, I appreciate you. Oh, can't hear you. We'll just say bye. Bye.
This is your live video.
We'll sign off.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks, Penny.